Alright, once again on the draw, match 3 here. I think this is a fine hand. Turn 1 Steel Overseer, drop a bunch of Frogmites. Playing against a well, I guess it could be Mud, maybe, finally. In which case, I'm going to want to go ahead and get my threats early. Not entirely sure what all decks play Cloud Post, but I think this is Mud. This is a deck I want to build. So this could be, okay, Grim Monolith, yes. Okay, this is awesome. No, okay, flip 2. I'm so silly. But do you want to play Arcbound, Frogmite, 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 creating a little army for myself. Although, may just not be able to win, depending on what my opponent does here. If he goes like Metal Worker, Boots. But very glad to get to play against the deck that I'm thinking of playing. As I can see some of the interactions I haven't really seen before. Ah, that's a lot of mana. Wormcoil Engine? Ooh, yeah, that's good. I think I can beat Wormcoil Engine. Yeah, because I have the Arcbound. Let's not attack with the Arcbound. So I'm going to go ahead and sack it so he doesn't gain the life. We can just play that game. I can block with my Arcbound now, sack it, put it on Vault Scourge, just prevent my opponent ever from gaining that life again. Although if he attacks, maybe I don't block because I just have so much on the swing back. Okay, well that's probably going to lead me to block with Arcbound, sack, put it on another creature. Ugin is good, but Ugin, fortunately, does not really hurt me. He could, yeah, he could do that. But I will sacrifice and put it on Arcbound. This is another Ugin? Sundering Titan. That doesn't hit anything of mine. Although now I can't really get through. Maybe I should just go in all in on my Vault Scourge. See, I have 2, 5, 6, 7. I have 9 damage on my Vault Scourge. Yeah, I don't know. It's definitely gonna be a bit of a toughie. Well, yeah, Ugin's just going to shoot down my Vault Scourge. Oh wait. Okay, so Vault Scourge is black. I think I attack Ugin. And then don't really want my lands, I don't think. This is gonna be super zany, but maybe you're gonna be okay since I'm getting 9 life every turn. I can't really deal with my opponent's other 2 creatures, unfortunately. And maybe that's not the right play, but, you know, no guts, no glory sort of deal. Alright, so my opponent's content to just swing for 6. I'm happy to take 6, as I can easily erase that. Oh, he didn't attack with everything, as he knows I can just bash face. So now my opponent has oodles and oodles of mana. That does not help, though. That helps me. So these 2X champions, definitely not helping. But me with my evasive creature. So yeah, settle in for a long game here. Mana burn. Aww. Yeah, I think I will just take this. Ooh, if my opponent draws another Ugin, I'm actually... Well, I think this list only runs 2. But if this is it, that will not be good for me. Chalice on 2, okay. That's pretty good. I draw Ancient Tomb. Sweet. We'll play a blocker. A very poor blocker, I might add. I'm not really sure what my sideboard plan is against the mud deck, to be quite honest. Okay, so just swinging 6, I will not block that. Artifact versus artifact control combo versus artifact aggro. So he will be able to attack me for an additional 6 here. So no, I can Alpha Strike him next turn because he'll go up to 10. I'll be able to attack for more than 10. Unless this is another Wormcoil Engine, yeah, in which case, I'm in a spot of trouble. So, cannot cast this Arcbound, which is unfortunate, because I think I could win with it. But now my opponent will gain 12 every turn to my 9, so that's definitely not good. So, I can attack my opponent for 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. He can block the 2 Frogmites. So let's say that the 2 Frogmites don't get... We can block 3 things. So 2 Frogmites and that champion don't get through. I deal 11 damage to my opponent. And he gains 6. That's not enough to win. So I'll probably have to double block one of these next turn, right? Yeah, so he would block 3 things. Yeah, I probably should have been a little more aggressive. I could still... No, I can't make out the cranial anymore. A contested war zone would get me out of this. But yeah, I think I'm going to have to go ahead and double block a Wormcoil Engine, just so my opponent cannot gain 12 life every turn, because that's going to be pretty brutal. And he has to attack with both here. He can't attack with just one, otherwise I win on the swing back, which was my plan. Although, if he does attack with both, and I don't block, he goes to 13. Oh, yeah, suddenly, that's looking pretty good for me. Okay, so he decided to concede. Alright, yeah, its champion is pretty bad, obviously. I guess Phyrexian Revoker is pretty good. I can name Grim Monolith and Ugin. My opponent's probably playing Thorn of Amethyst himself. Enrique Gusari, I don't think my opponent has any equipment to get rid of. Form Coil being better than Batterskull in that deck. Don't think there's any legendary creatures. I don't think I care any of this life gain. I don't think I can interact with this graveyard. So maybe I'll try a 1-up GT, because that can just help me win the game, one of my evasive creatures. Yeah, we'll try that out. I'm unsure of how to sideboard for this matchup, as most of my cards don't really do a whole lot. And if he locks me out of the game, I guess I'm in some amount of trouble, but I'm also playing fast mana. You know, I have the 2-drop lands and the Mox Opals and Chalices of my own. I have ways of equally locking my opponent out of the game as well. I think it's basically going to come down to who is a more aggressive start, because his deck is pretty aggressive as well. If he can go like Metalworker, Lightning Greaves for 1 billion mana, play Ugin. My opponent is mulliganed. I only have 1 land, but I have 2 Signal Pests, an Ornithopter, and a Frogmite. So I think we will go ahead and keep this. That may be wrong, but since my opponent's on the play and mulliganing, and we'll probably... Okay, so that is fine. Naming Construct, yeah. I basically just could not... I needed him not to play a relevant lock piece. Okay, that's fine. That stinks, but it's actually going to be okay. Doesn't let me power out my Ornithopter as fast as I really would like. But I can't play the Ornithopter or the Chalice anymore, so these are just... Okay, well, that was what I was going to play, I guess. But fortunately, I have stuff like Frogmite, and another Signal Pest and an Arcbound Worker. So this should be okay for me. Alright, well, Metal Worker, kind of not okay. Drawing another Ornithopter, also kind of not okay, but I can't really do anything about that. So let's go Signal Pest. My hand just might be too slow. This Chalice got me pretty good, even though I don't really have a lot of super good 4-drops currently. Yeah, we'll see what my opponent casts. Maybe this is an aggressive enough start. Alright, well, we shall see. Ratchet Bomb, eh? Yeah, Ratchet Bomb for 1. Maybe he's going to be playing the Steel Hellkite, but Ratchet Bomb for 1. Actually, all that stuff gets me pretty good. Yeah, now I can't really attack anymore. Ratchet Bomb. Just even for 1. Okay, this game is effectively over. Because let's see, I can pump my Frogmite to be big. Let's go through an attack step and see what happens, I guess. But yeah, my opponent just was able to play good stuff, and I was sort of stumbled a little bit. If I was able to resolve these Ornithopters, the game may have gone a little differently, but, you know, that's not what happened, so... I mean, my opponent may even be just content to take this. Or maybe not. Well, my opponent doesn't have a way of gaining life, but my opponent also has a Ratchet Bomb, which is probably going to get blown up next turn. Forcing me to put all my counters on my Spellskite. Then my opponent can attack me for 5. Yeah. Well, I can put a counter here. The wide, wide world of Legacy. So my opponent swings 5. Takes my contested war zone. Blows up some stuff. Now, can't blow up my... Well, actually, yeah, he could totally blow up my Frogmite. If he blows up my Frogmite... Yeah, okay. He's going to blow up my Frogmite. Well, I'll just go ahead and concede. I can't really do anything. What just came out? The Chalice of the Void? Alright, well, let's just try it again. Hopefully this time I'll get a better hand and a more aggressive start. Cheetah may actually be good, just because I can zing his Metal Worker some amount of the time. Whew. Let's try it. I don't think it's super great, but maybe this is the aggressive start I need and want. If I draw a land, this is pretty live. Okay, let's see what happens. Alright, that's my opponent's turn 1, so... Ooh, Arcbound. Yeah, swing for 8 seems good. Feels good. Wish that had been a land off the top instead of Arcbound. Yeah, okay, Grim Monolith time. Nat Chalice for 1. Land. Sweet. Do I just win here? Yep. Well, alright. That was awesome. The power of Affinity, I suppose. Those explosive starts can really get you. My opponent is also disconnected. So, let's go back to play lobby. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching today. I think that's going to be my last video here. I really enjoyed playing this deck. It's a lot of fun. Unfortunately, City of Traders has, I think, doubled in price. But you need it for this deck, basically. This deck also only runs, the true version, the real version he played only runs 2 contested war zones, and instead runs a Gaia's Cradle, which I think would be an awesome addition to the deck. I haven't gotten it yet for budget reasons, but that's definitely a card I have my eye on. I do have the Wastelands. Don't think they really go in this deck, because I think this deck needs the mana early. But definitely something that I can put towards some more expensive legacy lists. And, you know, very excited to break into the format. I'm a long-time Modern fan. I've watched legacy coverage for a while, and I just think it looks like a lot of fun. And I do know that some people think it's just, well, who wins the die roll. In some of our games, my games kind of look like that, but I feel that there's no real best deck in Legacy, and I think a deck like this, as a fringe of a fringe as it may be, does have a real chance of winning and doing well. And, you know, going to play what I love, going to play what I know in any format I'm able to. So thank you guys so much for watching today, and stay tuned for more great content.